Thank you for coming on, Primo. That's big of you that you jumped on the show.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I
This ain't
think
my
I, I,
show
th- I
either.
think I think I did some time with your wife Valerie.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I did some time with
Tino.
her. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, don't tell me you. Tino's a character. I'll tell you that much.
Tell
Oh,
me
let me
about it.
ask you a question. You did time. Where at? Uh,
Loretto,
Loretto. Where's that at?
Pennsylvania. Loretto, Pennsylvania.
By any chance, you didn't do no time with one of my guys named Country?
You know, with black people, there's a lot of motherfuckers named
Oh,
Country.
how about like Jew?
Jew, I don't know. Was he up there in Loretto?
Because I know he did a lot of time with Tino.
Okay, yeah, but
I just
Jew, I,
don't know
I don't
where.
know.
I don't
I,
know if he was in Kentucky with him or Pennsylvania. I gotta ask.
yeah, I wasn't. The only place I was at in was Pennsylvania, and
You did a lot of time with him. Was it a camper or was it a low?
it was a low. It was a low.
You could have been there like light skin. He was GD.
Nah, I ain't never been. I ain't never fuck with no gangs.
No, I'm saying, but he was like a GD.
He may have been. He may have been, but like I said, I didn't really. My motto was this: if you spoke English real good, it wasn't nothing for me to talk about with you. So you had to speak English very poorly or didn't speak none at all. So that's how I was. I really wasn't trying to kick it with motherfuckers that you just see every day or all day. If you wasn't really plugged in with some money and tapped in some type of way, it really wasn't nothing for me to talk about. And not on no arrogant shit. It's just the type of petty shit motherfuckers be on in the Fed joint. Everybody could be all type of shit and just wasting your
Yeah,
fucking time. So
no, that's true. But it's funny though. I do want to point. Just so you know, you understand that we're on a live stream on YouTube. But it's funny for all those usual people that are on. That you come on, the first thing you say is like, "Oh, I was with your wife." But I always say that my wife's a lot more famous than I am.
shit, that's usually how it turns out, right?
But I will say something. My wife, like, she's probably more gangster than Tina was, though. That's for sure. You know.
But I could believe that some of the things that he told me. I could
Yeah,
believe that. But I
but
mean, the thing that I think, well, first of all, I seen the video that was posted up this morning, and I did like your tone. It was very diplomatic. Uh, it was impressive because it was thoughtful. Uh, I respect the fact that you did, and I think it was fair, question certain things. You know, you did state for the record that I'm not saying that you're lying, but you had your concerns. And I will be responding back to that probably within a couple of days.
Mhm.
You know
so,
what
so
I'm saying?
yeah. So
But go
look,
ahead.
pretty much like I will say like you know um there's nothing, I'm not like trying to destroy like anything that what you're doing or anything like that. Um, the only reason why I did address it and I say it to everyone is that, you know, we all have different, reasons why we actually do this. Like to me, I'm on the opposite side. The reason why I don't do interviews, and just say, look, I'm home in Sha'il. He doesn't have a large following, but it's, you know, anything that I feel like it's authentic, anything I think that's gonna basically, align with my beliefs, which is really that, man, that life ain't everything what it seems, and I'm trying to push people away from that life, right, and do better. And you know to me, the only reason why I address it is because, unknowingly or knowingly, or maybe, it's not your thing, which is great. It's, not everyone has to have the same belief. Uh, to the culture, to the youth, everyone sells these dreams about, the way we basically explain or talk about the life, and all these youngsters get this, false and wrong impression about what that life is, you know.
And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've been out for 5 years now, and I've been I went on Gangster Williams show for a minute, but I've been turning down a lot of offers to come on people's show because it really wasn't about that to me. I just went over 1,000 subscribers, and my channel's not monetized because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to give the truth, as you just stated, about what this life entails. And there's so many rumors that you hear, and it with me bad, man. I hate to cuss on your channel, but it does. And what bothers me, and I
Feel
always hit
feel
on
free,
this.
Primo. Feel free. We say all that shit all day long. Do your
That's
thing,
what's
bro.
up. That's what's up. But what messes with me is when these guys over here scream all this loyalty shit. And every meeting that I had over in Mexico, whether it was in Mexicali when I was dealing with the Tijuana cartel, and when I met my guy Danny that actually took me over to the Juarez cartel before I met Maito, or better known as Mario Nunez Mesa.
Mhm.
Um, no one ever said nothing to me about no fucking loyalty because business was the objective. Business and moving that shit and moving it quick so they could make payments every quarter or whatever they needed to do depending on who controlled the plaza. And that's the only thing was discussed.
Yeah. Uh,
And go ahead,
Primo,
I'm sorry.
just so you know, I like again. Here's like my observation. All right.
Okay.
Because again, I said I'm only going based on your story. Like in no way am I hating. I'm going based on your interview. You know what I'm saying? Is that maybe you just don't understand like the process of the plaza. Maybe you just don't understand like that role because a lot of stuff that you stated, especially when I was around, like I want to make it clear, like this is not me trying to like like basically like try to up you or anything like that. Like
No,
me and my
state it.
brother,
State it.
were on the table. You know what I'm saying? We sat at the table. The people
Okay.
that control Juarez, kiss my ass, bro. In the nicest way. Juarez, Mexicali. The person that you were associated with was under one of my really good friends who I saved his life was Noel El Flaco Salguero. The cartel is called Gente Nueva.
He he
They
was
worked out of Juarez.
he was a police officer, right?
No, Noel, he wasn't a police officer, but he worked out of Juarez and he was a weed man. Okay, like
Okay.
he was a coke man, but they fall off, and
Mm-hmm.
he could push 100 tons of weed a month. And because that was what got him money,
Okay.
and they're from the state of Chihuahua. Now,
Okay.
like Noel Salguero was, comes under the Lord of the Skies, and he was, from Chihuahua, and he was part of, the Sinaloa cartel more on the Chapo side, you know,
Okay.
and his organization was a Gente Nueva, and right now his son and his people dispute Chihuahua still to this day, and that's who the person that you're saying about was underneath him, and I want to tell you and explain sometimes, for people who are not in that world, they understand the structure to be different. Like that guy that Nunez, the one you Mayito, from my understanding, he was a murderer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that he was.
And all that. It's different from being a hustler and that type of stuff. So I'm not coming from a point where I knew your business dealing with him. I'm coming from a point from some of the assumptions you made and the way the business and the way the plazas work. Because the real leader of the plaza for the Juarez at that time, in most of the times, even before the war, which started in 2004. Just to correct you, that war started with the Juarez cartel and the Sinaloa cartel in 2004, and then it really took off like in 2006. There was a man, that controlled La Linea, which was his name was JL under Carrillo Fuentes. Okay. And the Carrillo Fuentes organization, and they're the boss, they didn't have no business dealing with the Sinaloa cartel. Okay. They were at work. Chapo killed his brother,
Okay,
and they killed Chapo's brother.
Jay, what
Yeah.
you're doing, you're giving me a whole lot of backstory that I was never speaking from. What I was speaking from was my experience dealing with the cartels, moving up through the ranks of the cartels. Now, the history that you're giving is the history between the different people from the war started in '04. When I started entering the whole process with dealing with Juarez was when in '06. When I switched over and started dealing with the Sinaloa cartel, it was not me dealing with them my own. It was me being brought over with Maito when he joined the Sinaloa cartel, and the old man brought Mayo in. Not Mayo. The old man brought Maito in to the Sinaloa cartel when he switched over from the Juarez cartel. There was an article released over in Mexico stating that Maito was the one that started the war. I was over there in Masalan and went from Masalan through the Devil's Spine over to Culiacan. The little spot over there they had in Culiacan, I think it was maybe about 8 apartments or whatever, and with a big ass wall around it. We went from there, and when that was going on, the Beltran Lever brothers was there. Everybody was there. It was like a big ass convention. And that's when they decided, I guess, to go full-fledged war. That's what I know. That's what I'm speaking of. When I went into Durango, I rode through Durango. I could smell the fucking weed in the air. And then I got took up a motherfucking road with big ass motherfucking holes in it where a regular car couldn't ride without tearing the suspension up. And they took me 12 to 15 rows through the fucking what I thought was corn. And then I seen marijuana as far as my motherfucking eyes could see and the sap coming up off the buds. I couldn't even fly back with my clothes because they couldn't wash the scent out. So I can
Yeah,
only speak of what I
yeah.
know
The
of
reason
when
why
that
I
war started.
so
I
remember,
can't
I
I can't I can't speak of what you're talking about.
yeah,
You know
well,
a lot more. You speak the language. I don't.
yeah, the reason why but that's just to let you know that's what I stated. Okay, that's what I was stating was the stuff that I can't. I'm not gonna state on something that was your business that I have no idea about, but I stated because you said the war started here and the years. So I'm giving you kind of an explanation of the details that you stated. Like the only reason why I'm stating that was because it was something that was said in your interview, and I could, we're it's hard for people who don't get interviewed like this. When you're in that situation, you're stating some things or whatever. So that's the only reason why I'm actually giving you a backstory of the cartel, because I will tell you, everyone states that they're cartel, and just because you got a gun and you're sent off, it doesn't mean you're part of the cartel. And I get that point of Mazatán, Culiacan, Durango, and I will tell you, in Durango, the people that run Durango are the Carreras. Okay, some of the biggest drug traffickers, heroin dealers, and weed. I mean, they control every damn ranch of weed there is, and this is why I'm saying that maybe your assumption could be that you were around these people, and in reality you're around other people like the Cabreras, which is one of the biggest drug trafficking cells for the Sinaloa cartel.
Jay,
I
Jay,
work directly with.
Jay,
Yes, sir.
Jay. You're telling me now, and I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get off of this thing. But I just wanted to enter, talk with you, meet you. I'll be responding soon with the video of my own. And
Mhm.
thank you guys for hosting me. My brother, Chill Ill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salutes.
Um, what you're doing now, again, you're giving a whole lot of history and you're dropping a whole lot of names. No disrespect to you, names that I'm not familiar with. And when I said the war started, understand I'm speaking from my perspective and what I know.
Oh,
I'm only speaking from my perspective, what I know, what I experience. I don't expect to have the depth of
mhm.
knowledge that you have on the subject.
Okay. All right.
Not
So,
hold on,
mm,
give me a minute. Neither did I claim to. If anything, I gave you credit. I spoke of you and I spoke of what you guys did softly. And then I said I came along after you were gone. So for me, the war started when I was dropped dead in the middle of something I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So
yeah.
that's the perspective
Yeah.
that I'm speaking in.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well.
speaking
Well.
from what you know.
Well. Okay. Then it's fair. I understand what you're saying. Then it's fair. And for instance, your homie that brought you on here. Then it's fair for me to say that you were wrong. And I'm telling you, your perspective and the things that you stated that I am not, I can't say about your life, but the things that you stated, and I'm gonna stand by it, were wrong. Because again, you're seeing between your perspective and someone who was actually there involved that knows the history, not because I'm a historian, because I was the biggest drug distributor in the history of the United States. And I'm gonna
Okay.
make that,
Oh, okay. Okay. But
I'm coming from that point.
it seems that that means a lot to you.
No, no, no.
I never claimed that I was the biggest
No,
anything.
what I'm saying, I'm not a historian. What I'm saying, when you say, well, you're giving me about all these backstories, I said the reason why I'm giving them to you, I'm not giving to you because I'm dropping names. I'm giving you the people I was associated with. And if you were there, and like, I'm not stating like, this is my life. I'm not bragging about it. If I told you I know Chapo, I knew him like I go see him and call him whenever I wanted, or I could talk to Miles and Mother whenever I wanted. Like, these people were my business partners, on a hand, day-to-day basis. Like, they know my sleeping schedule. Like, and I'm not stating it to show it off. I'm basically stating what my life was, and I'm stating, I'm not here to give you a history. So I'm explaining that, giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying, well, maybe this will happen, but you're right. These are your assumptions, and I explain it.
Well, I resent the statement. They're not my assumptions. This is what I know, and what is starting to offend me, and it did offend me somewhat in your dialogue within the video that you did, is that you're questioning my eyesight, brother. I mean, I think I see pretty good, and I think I would know who I'm talking to and who I'm negotiating with. Am I saying that they know my sleeping schedules? No. Am
Not,
I saying that
well,
I can
that's what I got
call
to tell
them?
you,
No, I'm
brother.
not
Like,
saying that.
bro, I'm not here to try to like lead you, and change your mind about something. But I am gonna tell you that I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Your assumptions or your eyesight is false. And again, like, there's gonna be some things, like I will tell you, when it comes to my paperwork, brother. Google me, search it. Everyone, bring it up in the chat. Testimony. I pleaded.
Jay, but you speak of your paperwork as if it's something that you put up. You That paperwork was put up because you decided to kick somebody back in.
No, no,
And
but hear me out. What I'm saying,
I'm
but we
not going to
know,
disrespect. I'm
but
not
we
going to
have it.
disrespect your choice.
No, but no, I'm gonna tell. I wear that with pride, brother. I
Oh,
wear that with
and
pride.
trust
I
me,
told.
I
I never lied.
understand.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I never. That's something that, like, to me, is not disrespect. You call a spade a spade, and I tell everyone, one thing you're not gonna get from me is fake. I've been this person since I was a kid. I was this person in Mexico, in Chicago,
Jay,
in New York.
Jay,
I've
Jay,
never had to lie
Jay,
or hide from the
Jay,
person I was.
Jay. I understand how that should go over there, and I understand what happened with you and what you did is not the way American motherfuckers look at shit, because it's totally different. And I understand it. Am I judgmental of you? No. Am I saying something like degrading about? No, because I know how it go and I know the shit that they do. Okay, so let me just state that to clear that up. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for your time. Thank you, my brother. Chill, shot chill.
Yo, Primo, real quick before you go, can I ask a question? I just want to make a clarification because, and again, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for coming on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about it and don't jump on and don't want to, don't want to
Yeah,
talk about it.
respects to you, Primo, for jumping on.
So
One,
salutes.
for real, respects,
The
brother.
question I want to ask is, and again, I'm dealing with multiple things here. As I'm producing, you was mentioning a Maito that worked for Juarez.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
was a person, because in my understanding, are we talking about a separate person that's not El Mayo, the old man's
No,
son?
yeah,
No. It's Maito, not Mayo.
Maito.
Maito.
It's not
Okay,
His
my
name
son.
his name is Mario Nunez Mesa. You can pull him up.
okay,
He's called the Butcher of Durango. He killed like 300 people over there, some
okay.
other
Yeah, that
stuff.
was okay.
And
Gotcha.
and as Jay said, he's a serious killer.
Mm.
I don't totally agree with what Jay is saying about him, and maybe that's what he was, because he was a police officer. Maybe that's what he was before Jay went in. But
Killer, police
how I
officer.
Same shit.
how I know him is something different, and that's how I got over there to meet the old man. And with Chapo as well.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm gonna get out you guys' way.
Hey, you're
I
always
will.
welcome, Primo. Just
Yeah,
holla.
hey, Primo, listen, and my respect to you, bro, brother. Like, for real, like, I'm coming. Again, I don't know you like that, and please, I'm only coming from your interview,
And looking
and
forward to your video, bro.
yeah, man,
For
and
sure,
look,
for sure,
good luck
for
to you,
sure.
bro. And we'll be here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
All
good luck to you too, brother. Yeah.
right, God bless you,
All right,
bro.
man.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.